we're starting off the G-Witch Gunpla line with a bang too. After seeing the prologue, I couldn't wait to get my hands on this kit, provided to me by my favorite online hobby store, Hubbling Japan. Links to buy your own down below. And my personal hype was definitely satisfied with this amazing little kit. It all started with a box that really sets aside the G-Witch kits from other Gunpla boxes. It's got a wide border with the Lfrith, or Lfrith if you will, popping out, and the colors and drawing style are extremely pleasing. The colors are like slightly desaturated and are very easy on the eyes, and the whole thing kind of feels like a painting. Sufficient to say, I'm now really looking forward to seeing the other box arts of this series. And when I opened the box, the one thing that I wanted to see the most was the chest piece with the already pre-colored activated Gund arm system. And again, I was impressed by how good it looks. The pattern is nice and shiny and looks exactly like it should. And if you don't want to use the pre-made option, you can also get the clear one, where you can apply one of two stickers yourself, either another active one or a black inactive one. And this is where we get to my first minor nitpick. The manual here isn't as clear as it could have been. These stickers are special in that the side that will show is the one with the adhesive, so you don't see what's on them when they're still on the sticker sheet. And the manual just tells you that you can use either number 6 or 7. It doesn't tell you which is which, and in fact, it doesn't even mention that there's an inactive version at all. So someone might assume that it's just a variant of the active one, or that it's just two of the same stickers, but just number 6 and 7 for some reason. And since we're on the topic of the manual, the English isn't on point either. On 2 occasions, the manual tells us to choose a sticker to apply to the model, when the choice is actually whether or not you want to apply the stickers at all. Something that does get fixed with the second kit of the line, the Beggar Bow. And talking about those stickers, those are again really cool. Because yes, we do get metallic green stickers for the eyes and the main sensor, but underneath we get a separately molded green piece. It's not clear, but that is still really cool, because if you want to paint those for yourself, they made it extremely easy. And the amazing part separation continues with even the Vulcan guns, which is something that we rarely see on high grades. The rest of the stickers then consist of a metallic green back camera and sensor sticker, 2 metallic green and black stickers for the chest, and 4 pink stickers for the kneecaps. But unfortunately, despite the aforementioned impressive part separation in the head, you will still have to do a bit of painting to make this thing perfect. You'll need green for small bits on the shoulders and thighs, which you could potentially cut out of the sticker sheet, which then also makes me wonder why Bandai didn't just pre-cut them, because as you can see, we clearly have enough green on there. Then you'll need pink for around the beam Vulcans and inside of the thrusters, and a lot of gray for the gun bits, the hips, the backpack, the bottom of the feet, and the back of the feet. Also, if you want the head jewel to be active like the chest, you'll have to figure something out for yourself, or hope that this thing gets a master grade. Seam lines then are the usual high grade fare as well. Mostly hidden, but not all of them. Still, with all of the good things that this kit has going for it, it looks amazing straight out of the box, especially with that activated torso and the phenomenally engineered head. So now, let's look at the weapons and accessories that this thing comes with. Mounted on the mobile suit itself, we have the 2 already mentioned beam Vulcans and 2 very simple beam sabers that do exactly what they should. They come with 2 long blue beam saber blade effect parts, and they fit perfectly into the hands for some nice poses. Next up, we have the very unique looking receiver gun, whose looks are definitely enhanced by the awesome clear blue beam effect part. And as with the beam sabers, it fits snugly into the hands, Or, if you don't want to use it, you can also store it onto the backpack. Finally then, we have the Compo Gund Bit Shield, the big feature of this kit. Like this, it's a pretty unassuming slab of metal, and you can connect this detailed slab of metal to either the left or right arm, where it'll also rotate around. Or you can split it into 7 Gund bits that can then be connected to the backpack for increased speed, acceleration, and agility, the gun to upgrade it from the receiver gun into the Gund bit rifle, granting it higher output beams, and the final one goes onto the back skirt. Or you can keep it on as a buckler shield if you prefer. So yeah, this so-called bit-on form definitely seems a lot more useful than just a shield. And for the backpack, it also looks a lot nicer. The places where the gun bits slot in look less like a mechanism and more like an incompleted model. So that's yet another reason to use the bit-on form instead of the shield form. The one other accessory then is one that I've already shown, the chest piece, where you have to apply the sticker yourself. And as you can see, I went with the deactive version. So moving on to the articulation, the head is on the usual double ball joint, and so are the shoulders. Meaning that not only do we get less forwards movement than with the usual hinge joint, but they also pop out more easily. We do get slightly more upwards movement, but I don't think it was worth the trade-off. The shoulder armor then goes up, allowing your arms to go up nicely as well. They'll rotate around and bend at the elbow on only one joint. It does go up pretty far, but having a lead Gundam model kit with only a single elbow joint just doesn't sit well with me in 2022. But anyways, the hands are on the usual ball joints. They'll rotate around, wiggle around, and do everything a ball joint does. And the same goes for the chest, where a single ball joint offers us some nice movement, with the hip rotation being taken care of by a simple peg. And we get some more ball joints on the backpack for the top binders and beam saber holders. The bottom thruster arms then rotate around on pegs, with the thrusters themselves being on ball joints again. The legs get some really good forwards and backwards movement thanks to the design of the mech, but the outwards movement is more limited due to these pink parts getting in the way. And while we're down here, you can see the hole for an action base to connect to. The legs will also rotate around, bend at the knees on 2 joints, with the knee armor being able to go up and down, the ankle armor is on a ball joint, and the feet also have some really good articulation. Forwards and backwards on a hinge, just be careful with the backwards movement, and the sideways movement is taken care of by an individual toe and heel joint, a peg for the heel and a ball joint for the toe. This also means that the toe has some extra movement, but due to this unique joint setup, the feet can't rotate. And I almost forgot about these things on the shoulders that go up and down. So while it is cool to see Bandai trying out some new things, the results are a bit mixed. That is not to say that the articulation is bad, you can still pull off some really cool poses, but it could have been better. So as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? And well, aside from a few minor gripes, the G-Witch Gunpla line is definitely off to a great start. The Lfrith is without a doubt one of the more unique looking Gundams out there, including the color scheme, and it's got some really good engineering to boot. So for 1,600 yen, you're without a doubt getting a really nice deal with a lot of play value. And personally, I can't wait for the mass production version to get announced too. Another thing that I hope that we'll get is a master grade of this thing. Even though this kit is really good for a high grade, some of the finer details were missing. Most notably the blue sensor-esque things on the backpack and the blue lights on the shield. But moving on to some size comparisons. First of all, here it is next to the high-grade RX-78-2 Revive and the Begwehr Bow, or at least what I've been able to build so far. And I think this really highlights just how different these machines are from normal. Next up then is the Barbs and the Gushing Rebake, because a lot of people thought that this series was going to be set in the Iron-Blooded Orphans universe because of those feet. And then finally, here it is next to the standard sized Gym Custom and the always bulky Zaku 3. And that has been all for this great start of a new Gunpla series. Again, if you want your own Lfrith, the link is down below. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great day, and I'll see you all next time.